Today's goal is to sing to everybody, I think. Can I sing to everybody? Am I not allowed to sing to everybody? Better not, it's rude to sing during important events. Okay, that is not today's goal. I was wrong. This year, we're offering sandwiches and apple juice. That seems easy. When you're done, come back here. So I was supposed to deliver sandwiches. I kind of wanted to explore around for a bit, though. I love the farmer's oil. I'm going to stock up on it. You like it too, right, Lucy? Sure. It's all the same to me. Oh no, not at all. I'll prove it to you. I'll cook my finest dish. Just wait and see. Okay. Who is this? Is this, Raven's mom? So I was locked out of my own house for the entire day. Oh my. I'm so glad Lucy found it. I wouldn't have been ready for the festival in time. What do you have over here? When it comes to flowers, Olivia is the best. She always has new ones to show off. Even if the ones she used this year, well, they're not my favorite. Last year's were more colorful. What are those? What type of flowers are those? Who is this? Your family's apple juice is always wonderful. Thanks. We make sandwiches too. Would you like one? Oh no, absolutely not. I have to be careful with what I eat or I'll get heartburn. Thank you though, sweetie. I see. Okay. I actually forgot I was supposed to be handing out sandwiches. Should I just give this to... I don't know. This gentleman might want a sandwich. Excuse me, would you like a sandwich? Look, it's Eloise's daughter. Another one who doesn't give a damn about rules and just wastes her time singing. Kid, you should listen more to your father. He knows what he's talking about. Luckily, there are still husbands like him. That woman doesn't know what respect is. I just came to give you a sandwich, but now I don't even want to give you a sandwich. But if I react, is it going to look badly upon my family? I'm going to react. Respect? You're the rude one. Don't you dare talk about my mom like that, or I... Lucy, honey. There are others who need sandwiches, dear. I'll handle this. But Mom... It's all right, sweetheart. Now go. Okay. These old geezers really didn't deserve the sandwiches. Dang. The first person I tried to give the sandwich to was absolutely rude. What about this guy, you think? What about his dog? He's sleeping soundly. He was more fun when he was a puppy. Can I give the dog a sandwich? Here you go, buddy. I've got something for you. That gave me an achievement called Puppy. Sleep well. Nice. Good find. You can get a sandwich too, I guess. Excuse me, would you like a sandwich? Alright, he took a sandwich pretty easily. Thank you. He seems like a man of very little words. The woodworker has many hobbies, but everyone always talks about his maple syrup. I wonder what ingredients he uses. I think making instruments is more useful. That's kind of rude. What do you have against syrup? Yummy. Cheese. Fresh cheese, aged cheese, blue cheese, toe cheese, cheddar cheese. He didn't show up, did he? Nah, he must still be locked up in his cellar. He didn't even open the store today. He knows full well that the Harvest Festival is the most important gathering of the year. He caused a lot of trouble by closing today. I think we should look for another baker. Why am I... Okay, I was gonna cut it out. I was gonna cut it out and redo this man's voice, but every time I go to the farmer, I just keep talking like a weirdo who has lost all idea of what a voice is. Yes, that would be wise. There's no respect anymore. Like, that's what he sounds like to me. Indeed. So I guess that's just now the farmer's voice? I don't know. I need to give sandwiches to people. Do you guys want sandwiches? Would you like a sandwich? Oh dear, thank you so much. Did you both get a sandwich? I feel like it'd be rude if I didn't give you a sandwich too. What? Just y'all split one sandwich, you cuties. You cuties. Did you get a sandwich? Oh no, you didn't want one. Because of your heartburn, right? Do you want a sandwich? No, Mom doesn't want a sandwich. Who wants sandwiches here? I'm not gonna give it to these people. Does any of the kids want sandwiches? Actually, before I do that, let's talk to them. These delicious smells. I'm so hungry. Okay. It's finally evening. I spent the whole afternoon helping Mom cook. You're really good at cooking, right? I don't like doing it, but I help her a lot. Will you cook something for me one day? Well, yes, I'd bake a cake for you. Great, I can't wait. Oh, I'm talking to the same person. Oh, she said something different though. I think she said chocolate or vanilla, maybe both. Chocolate or strawberries. Or maybe both. Red looks ready this year. I want to hear a story. Story? We're just waiting for you. Yeah, I know, I'm coming. Oh, because I can go play after I deliver the sandwiches. Do we really have to tell scary stories every year? That seems exhausting. Wow, Lucy. These look delicious. Can I have one? No, these are for the adults. I'll come play when I'm done. Okay. See you later. I'm just denying kid sandwiches. Alright, so what adult wants them? These guys? Y'all want a sandwich? There you go, buddies. Excuse me, would you like a sandwich? Yes, Lucy, thank you. Okay. Good talk. Do I tell Mom I'm done? Perfect, Lucy. Now go play with your friends. So now we're gonna tell scary stories. And if you listen carefully, you can still hear the gurgling of the monster who lives in the well. I'm sure it's just your stomach. There's no monster. Stop it, Red. It really scared me. Go and tell us a story then, since you're so brave. Oh yes, I've got the perfect story. But first, I want to hear one from the girls. Come on, Raven, it's your turn. I don't know any. Don't spend my time thinking up stories. Sunny, it's your turn then. Scary stories? Are scary? Okay, I know one. Ooh, interesting. Let's hear. Thank you, Lucy. Well, this is the story of Redhead Timmy. A long time ago, before any of us were born, a kid named Timmy lived in town. He was red-haired little rascal. He really enjoyed making trouble and... I think playing hide and seek is ominous, eh? Playing hide and seek in... the farmer's field, the shoemaker's shop, or the cemetery. In the farmer's field. Ooh, because then you're setting up a villain in the farmer's field. One day, the farmer, tired of Timmy's pranks, decided to place a banana peel at the entrance. That's the least scary thing ever. Let's do a scarecrow, because a bear trap just seems a little too aggressive. A scarecrow. That doesn't make any sense. I think I got confused. Let me restart. Oh, I have to redo it all? Wow. So we're back to a bear trap. A bear trap. What? A banana peel? At the entrance? None of it makes any sense. That's the silliest story I've ever heard. Come on, I got it. It's my turn now. Have you heard the true story of the forest? I bet you don't know all the details. And you do? Ooh, trust me, I have my ways. I've been told that when people are taken by monsters, they get dragged into the forest in the dark, and then they're tortured for weeks. They tear people apart, piece by piece. They eat the eyes first, then they go for the nails, then the toes. Toes? Yes, and fingers too, one by one. Then they end with the tastiest part. Brains! Oh my god, it's zombies. Red, keep it down. Red, you know there's no shouting allowed. Go home now. So this town has like a no shouting rule. He always goes overboard. Where's Blue? Blue? See, Blue's crying now. His uncle disappeared in the forest some time ago. Red always talks too much. Poor Blue. Okay, I would like to also talk about the fact that I got gaslit out of telling a story. I thought I was telling a pretty good story, and then literally none of it made sense. Lucy? Lucy? Lucy, honey, are you listening? Huh? Yes, sorry, I got distracted. Let's try this last section again, okay? Let me hear the last song we learned. You got a note. And that is on the second part. So that must be the song me and my mom are learning. Your voice is wonderful, Lucy. Mom, why don't the others ever sing like you do? Well, Lucy, your mom doesn't sing a lot in public, but I think you should feel free to do it. Red was kicked out of the festival today because he got a little carried away, as usual. I know that shouting is forbidden. There are a lot of stories about it, but the town looks so gloomy. Wouldn't it be so much better if they sang with us? It's hard to explain, you know. Sometimes fear can take your voice away. But if you want, there are many songs I'd like to teach you. Of course. I love singing with you. Oh my, it's so late. I had to bring back Olivia's basket this afternoon. We'll continue tomorrow, okay? Can you watch over the soup while I'm away? Don't let it burn. Thanks, honey. Tell Dad when he's done in the cellar. See you later. She's gonna disappear, isn't she? She's gonna disappear. Okay, I'm done. Smells good. Oh, Lucy, are you alone? Where's your mom? She went to return Olivia's basket. Now? But outside, it's... How long has it been, Lucy? I didn't realize. I think it's been a while. It's already dark? Oh, shoot. Dad? Oh, no. This isn't good. This is not good. And it's raining? Oh, my God.
That night, Eloise never came back home.
What note did I just get? Was it from the crack of the lightning? Chapter 3. Man, that really sucks. Because if that note that we just got isn't the final note of Mother's Song, then I'm assuming we're going to get it much, much later in the game. When we find Mom in the woods or something. Search. Mom? Mom? Where are you? Oh, is that kid from earlier? Is he an adult now? Ask for help. Where's Mom? Thank you, creepy silent person. At my house? I don't understand. I'm looking way too deep into this. Something's gonna jump scare me. Oh, there's a bunch of kids. Oh, there's a bunch of kids. Look at that one guy to the left, not the far left, but the second over there. They're like, is that a mustache or is that like a really weird smile that's upside down? I think it's a mustache. Oh, it's a mustache. Where's Mom? In a hole? Take a look. I don't wanna. I don't want to. Mom? This is just, everything about this is... Yeah, I'll say everything about this just seems like something I don't want to do. I'm not reaching out for some weird mystical mother at the bottom of a pit that a bunch of silent people with mustaches won't tell me what's going on. What was that? Also, what was that sound? Was that a note? I'm sad. Maybe it was just my imagination. Oh, good day, Squinty. Seems at least you slept well. I still can't believe it. Mom disappeared and I think it's my fault too. If I only realized in time how late it was. Squinty, I've got so many questions. People disappearing, leaving no trace behind. How is it even possible? Are they still out there somewhere? And the monster I saw that night, why didn't it take me? The truth is that I don't know anything. But maybe someone in town knows something. So is this the next day over, or is this like a while later? Squinty, I've decided what to do next. I want to understand. I'll ask around. I'll start with Dad. Okay, Detective Squinty, let's go. Ooh, I like that, Detective Squinty. Wait, can I go back real quick? Dad? He's not at home? What's this? You got a message. You've got mail. Good morning, Lucy. I need to help Tom in the field today. I'll be back soon. Please don't go out alone and don't worry about dinner. I'll take care of it. I love you, Dad. P.S. This doll is for you. Look after her. No. You got a doll. Do I still have my box? Oh, I don't think I have my box anymore, do I? A gift for me? It's so soft. Dad's not here and I can't go out. It seems that we'll have to reschedule our investigation. There's someone at the door. Coming. Oh, it's you, Miss Olivia. Hi, darling. How are you feeling? Just make yourself at home. Yeah, this is fine. I'm sorry. What a stupid question. But don't stay there. Come, see what I brought you. Here, the cookies are still warm. I hope you like them. Where's your dad? He's not at home. I understand. Any idea when he'll be back? I'm really sorry, darling. It must be so hard for you, now that your mother is no longer here. I still remember the night when she disappeared. I just wanted to talk with your father about what happened. Excuse me, but did you see her that night? Oh, no, I didn't see anyone. It's just that she was coming to see you. She went out to return your basket. Yes, the basket. I found it in front of the door, and that's it. Dad won't be home for a little while. If you want to wait here, we can talk. I wanted to ask you so many things about... Oh, what a nice doll you've got there. Is that a gift from your dad? But of course it is. How lovely. Why don't you go play with your new doll? I'll wait here until he's back. But I wanted to... You know what? I've got a splendid idea. Some tea would be great with these cookies. Yes, dearie, make us some tea. Good girl. You just came into my home and demanded I make you tea? Also, you like barged in. I didn't even open the door for you. Well, I did open the door, but I didn't like let you in. You just said, "Doop, doop, 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 doop. I'm in." Okay, I can make you tea, but I kind of want to go upstairs first, if I may. Let's see. I just want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. This is Squinty, my cat. He's such a troublemaker. That's our slingshot that we had broken. It didn't last long. It's okay, though. I'll keep it as a memento. And then there's nothing new here, right? Yeah, that's the same as last time. With all the little eyes and everything. The only thing that I don't think I've checked out, whoops, is the window. The window looked like it had a little icon. From here, you can see the forest surrounding the town. That must be really creepy at night. Okay, so we can make some tea. To make tea, how would we do that? We would need to boil water, so probably need a saucepan. Yes. Also, let's look at Squinty's hole. I remember this hole. It was just a chipped plank at first. Then my friends and I wanted to hide the cat in there, so we pried it open. I wonder why we thought that was a good idea. Dad wanted to fix it, but it ended up working as a cat flap. Now Squinty doesn't wake us up early in the morning anymore. It's convenient. Oh, and also, the way she was speaking acted like, what happened to my mom was actually a while back. Maybe it was like a month ago or something. A bucket full of water for cooking. Yeah, I want to use the saucepan on that. You got some water. Perfect. And then we can use the water on the fire, right, to boil. It won't take long. Meanwhile, where did you put the tea, Dad? It's probably in the chest. This is now Squinty's official bed. His lordship bothers Mom every night until she opens the chest. That's so sad, because Squinty can no longer bother Mom. Also, the sticker was called Hairball, which was cute. Oh, what is this clock? If you ask Red what time it is, he always says the same time it was this time yesterday. Weird. He's right. Yeah, but he's also kind of obnoxious, eh? This is... It's a chest. Why did it do that with the chest? That was an interesting response. This is where Dad keeps the spices. What a mess. What happened here? The labels on the spice containers are all messed up, and I can't read anything. How to play. Oh. And then you just put it together? Boop. Oh, and then we're going to be putting this... It's like a puzzle. It is a puzzle. That's why it's like a puzzle, because it's exactly a puzzle. Interesting. This will be... Oh, I don't even know where we would begin then. Maybe we just... Here, you know what we'll do? We'll just put things together. Like things that look like they go together. I think that goes like that. God, getting all the pieces out. There's no end pieces in this, is there? There would have to be end pieces. Why wouldn't there? Oh, because they're furrowed from the edges. Well, this is gonna take a bit. Maybe I'll just do the puzzle and time lapse it. Wow. Of course it was the last one, the actual tea, eh? Now I can tell what's tea and what's chili powder. You got tea leaves. What if I was still wrong? Oh, that's overboiling now. The water's boiling. Run! You got hot water. At least that didn't burn me. Ouch, it burns. Never mind. Okay, so now we need cups. Where do we keep our cups? It must have been a while that we've been without Mom because of the wording on this. There's a horseshoe? I've heard these things can be lucky charms. It's just a horseshoe though. It doesn't do any good. Am I just supposed to combine these things? I didn't need a cup. Interesting. I just already had like magic cup. I was over here looking for a cup. Oh, before I actually do this, hold up. Can I sing to you? I'm a little tired from recent events. Could you please refrain from humming? Ugh, why does nobody want to be sang to? Oops. I never had the cookies. They've just been sitting on the table. Can I combine the tea and the cookies? Or do I just hand her the tea? Nah. Okay, let's just hand her the tea then. Thanks, honey. Oh, delicious. Oh, now you're unlocked. It's not the same as your father's, but you definitely are his daughter, darling. Of course, I'm not a kid anymore. I can take care of things. True, true. You're no longer a child, but they grow up so fast. So you can tell me what you wanted to tell Dad. Oh, well, but why don't you go outside and play, Lucy? Today's a beautiful day. I'll just sit here and sip your tea as I wait for your father. Be a good girl. Nothing. I couldn't convince her with tea. I have to find another way. That's the true testament. If you can't convince somebody with tea, I find this really odd, but the way she said it's not as good as your father's. Like, why do you need my father so much? You doing something bad? Were you doing something bad and you had to whack my mom because of it? Wouldn't that be a conspiracy and you blame it on the forest? And really she's just buried outside or something? Playing ball. Tear. Everything, all memories start with playing ball and then proceed to tear. Except for that of Silver, who his only memory was for candy. Let's see. Which one do we want to start with? Maybe this way? No, we'd have to go all the way over. Oh, then we'd still be stuck though. R.I.P. The method was easy once I figured out the route. So playing ball. Ball bounces into forest. Scared of going out there? Because she brought the ball back. And then she still cried? Was that my mom crying? Oh, I just remembered a story from when I was little. You know, your mother was always very reckless. One time our ball ended up in the forest, and she was so bold that she went after it alone. Can you imagine? Into the forest. She was not afraid of them. But she should have been. I've had the impression lately that they were stalking her. Oh my. And I was her best friend. No. They must have seen me with your mother so often that... Wait a second. What are you talking about? Lucy, darling, you're afraid of monsters, right? You never go near the forest, right? You must never do it. They see it when you do. If your mother's been taken, they'll have their eyes on us. Don't go near the forest, Lucy. Sorry, Lucy, I think I know where my father could be. I'm gonna go looking for him. Oh, yes, dear, okay. Yeah, I'd get the heck out of there too. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you in the slightest. Olivia, she scared me. Whenever I try to understand, adults try to scare me off. I don't care. I won't give up. I want to know what happened to Mom. I will ask around, take notes. I could use Dad's letter to write down clues. Now it's Lucy's notes. Literally, his letter was like, please stay inside. And I was like, I'll use this to take notes on my Sherlock Holmes mystery. Let the investigation begin. First investigation, what is that sound? Sir, stop whatever you're doing and get sung to. Hat. Some people really have those simple thoughts. Shame though. Looks like it's gonna take longer than I thought. I'm glad I've got my hat, or the sun would have burnt my head. I've never seen you with that hat before. It looks good. It does, doesn't it? It was a gift from my father when I wasn't much taller than you are now. What happened then? Did he disappear into the forest? Nope. Sometimes people die of old age too, you know? Oh, I see. 2? Okay. I've talked to you all the way through, right? No. Hey there, how are you? Keeping myself fit with some hard work. The pipes? Oh, that I am. I used to be a plumber, you know. I just couldn't look at all these broken pipes without feeling guilty. That's great, actually. We haven't been able to get water from the fountain in a very long time. Oh, don't worry, kid. When I'm done, you'll have all the water you want. Great. Enjoy it, then. Thanks, kid. I don't like the squeakiness sound. This fountain no longer works. We go to the well when we need water. So eventually it will work. Oh! What's with the hats? Is that the woodworker's hat? You don't want me to take it? Cool, I won't take it if you don't want me to. The woodworker must have lost it. Is the woodworker okay? Aww. They just love their human. That's relatable. I wanted to check where the clothing line used to be because of the dream, but I don't think I have a way to check that right now. What are you doing? Some gardening? Wait, that was so creepy. Look at the window at the very top of the screen when I run by. Oh, it's not doing it now. Oh, did you see it? Oh, it's a person. Okay, less creepy than I thought. Hi, Sonny. Hi, Lucy. If you're looking for the others, they're all playing by the bench. And what are you doing? Mom asked me to prune the plants. They're getting a little out of control. Ah, having fun? Well, the small leaves are tedious. With the big ones, you feel like you're making a lot of progress. It's not bad. Okay, that's not true. It's really boring. But you know how Mom is. Duty first and duty after. What are you doing around here? I'm running an investigation. Mind if I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. The forest. Have you ever been to the forest? Of course not. My parents get angry if I'm late for dinner. I can't imagine what they'd do if I went into the forest. I've never been in there either. The only one who can go there is the woodworker. You might ask him, however. Asking adults these questions isn't a good idea. They don't like talking about it. Got it. Thanks. You know, my mom? I heard. I'm very sorry. How are you? Well, I've been better. No one in my family has ever disappeared, so I can't imagine how you're feeling. But if you need a friend, you know where to find me. Thanks, Sonny. And Lucy? What's up? I know you're brave, but don't try go looking for her in the forest. I'm serious. I wouldn't want my best friend taken by monsters. Sonny, you're the responsible one, not me. Lucy? I'm joking. Don't worry. I won't go anywhere. I just want to learn more about the missing people. I know. I understand. Adults don't tell us everything. You've noticed it too. Yes, but I'm sure they do it for our own good. They don't want us to worry. And the same goes for me. Don't make me worry about you. Okay, I won't. What do you know about the monsters? Well, they live in the forest, they roar at night, and they kidnap people. Yeah, but like, what do they look like? Well, I imagine them being ugly, lots of eyes, and some thick black fur. I think I saw one, you know, the night when my mother... Seriously? Were you scared? I was for a moment. I ran away immediately. I remember its white mantle and its roar. It must have been horrible. You know, you're the only one I've told this to. Oh, Lucy, you shouldn't tell anyone else. Well, way to make me feel like a normal person. Thanks, Sonny. Adults are always freaked out by these stories. I don't know what they would think. They're the ones who told us about the monsters, though. And if they thought it was there to take you, I don't think it was. It didn't follow me. Imagine their reactions. I don't trust the others either. We're all too afraid. I wasn't planning on telling the others, just you. Alright, Lucy, be careful. So I want to sing to you, and then I want to check... First, let's do a little bit of singing. Wait, can I sing to this person? No. So I can sing to you real quick. Playing some ball, as it always goes. You just want friends. You just want to hang out with people instead of doing work all the time. I understand that. Also, I wanted to check this. I'd like to know what happened. Okay, I didn't know if I could take it or anything. What do I have in my inventory? I have a doll, my cookies, and some notes. Why do people disappear? Why is no one looking for missing people? What are monsters like? More clues. What are the voices in the forest? It's a pretty easy list, eh? Who is this? Is this the priest? That little girl. Excuse me, may I... Grunt. What? Did you just say the word grunt? What a weird thing to do. What are you mumbling about, little girl? Go play elsewhere. You absolute bum face. You galumba. Oh, I can go in here? I've never known that. I think this was closed off because he was fishing. I don't want kids in my field. Get out. Always a pleasure. Are you locked? Oh. Are you hungry? That looks like a kid. Hi, bunnies. Lots of fun staying in that cage, right? Probably not. So I'm stuck here. I can't go in the field. Hello? He won't let me pass. But his thoughts was of a big jar of honey? And eating like a kid again? Or is he thinking of a child? This is where the monsters are. Oh, it's you. You singing? Let me look around a bit. I suppose this is where the hens go when it's dark. Dirty tools full of cobwebs. I don't want to know anything more. The forest is so close. I feel anxious already. This game is for adults only. They don't trust our aim with darts. But playing with a slingshot and rock, that's fine. I shrugged in real life, so that's funny. One more of these in the town is always welcome. It's empty. What? Why do you care so much about wheelbarrows? That seems like a strange, like, flex. This could be useful. Oh, I got a rake. That could be useful. That's my mom's song. How do you know it? Oh, what is it, Lucy? Want me to ask something? I know that song. Oh, so what? So why are you singing it? Because I sang it way before your mother. Huh? What are you saying? Who do you think taught her? Me, of course. I don't believe you. Everyone says you're crazy, and she never told me. Well, of course your mother doesn't know me. I'm just a crazy old lady, and singing is just for frivolous people. Singing is not frivolous. Well, then would you like to know how the song continues? Yes, I would. Yep. Listen well. So that should unlock a new song, right? It did. You are a very promising little girl, Lucy. Oh my, it's almost time. For what? I was wrong. My watch is broken. Oh my god. I like she just face palms. But I gotta update on my clues. Let's ask her all the questions we can, because she seems like she'll tell us stuff. And then let's see what that new song does. Have you ever seen the monsters? Yep, of course, all the time. Really? I remember the last one very well. 'Twas a frenzied farmer screaming at his hens. A terrifying vision. I understand that kind of monster. To me, they are the real monsters. So you think the people in the city are monsters, not the people out in the forest? Do you know anything about the forest? Well, it's a place full of trees. What kind of forest are you talking about? There's only one kind of forest, the one where people disappear. Oh, that one. Of course, sure. That's how the forest must look to your eyes. You're so young. Why? Was it different before? People don't talk about it. How could they talk about times when things went better? If all they can do now is fear the present. Oh. What was the forest like? You said it used to be different. Can you tell me the whole story? Of course. Once, you know, the forest was inhabited by so many birds. But then one terrible day, the king of the forest decided to keep with him only those birds who chirped the best. Eventually they quarreled, and... Wait, what happened next? What are you talking about? Oh yes, maybe they were all devoured by monsters. End of story. Yeah, okay, I get it. She always seems to be making fun of me. Was there anything else you wanted to know, dear? No, you're probably very useful, but it doesn't seem like it right now. Oh, I learned a new song. What does this song do? Some items can hide precious memories. This song can help people recall those memories. Oh, to get the rest of the story. Use it on the hopscotch court. So will it only be near people when they're by something, like a structure? Rotate the cells to create a path and solve the labyrinth. Use this knob to rotate the starting cell. Okay, so we're going to connect other cells by using gears and rotate them together. Got it. Okay, so this is only rotates the start. Outside of that, we can add this in. Okay. So let's just work our way back then. So that would connect there. That would connect there, and then... Oh, does that mean it won't move? So once we get it in a position we want? No, it never moves. I'm confused. Oh, okay, I have to have the gear at the beginning for it to move a lot. I see. I get it now. I didn't understand before. So if I put this here and here... There's not a way to adjust the current, is there? Maybe we can move these over? Oh, I'm gonna be completely honest, that was an accident. I don't think I've learned how to do that puzzle better yet. That was really creepy. So now I can talk to you again? Can I sing to the sing lady? She'll sing back. Good. Okay, so you don't actually get anything. And then that didn't really do anything for me. I don't get it. Oh, that's Olivia and... Okay. That's Olivia and Mom. I don't know why I was thinking that was the old lady. Yeah, I was to say, that's strange. What's going on there? Who's there? Is it Squinty? How do I get up there? I need to climb. A toolbox. It must be the farmer's. It's locked. Typical of him. Oh, maybe I can use the rake and I can knock it down. No? Okay, so we have something moving around. What clues do we learn? Crazy old lady knows Mom's song and she claims she's the one who taught it to her. The crazy old lady says the forest used to be different. That's the crazy old lady for you, huh? So should I just look for like places in general with you around? So this is a no sing zone in there. Now I'm just stressed I'm gonna miss things, so I'm just gonna look around in general. I guess it would be highlighted red if it was something. See how there's music notes over here though when I did that? Does that show... Okay, wait, does it show where the music leads to? Or does it just follow my... Oh, it just follows my cursor. Never mind. Never mind. Anything over here? I'm kind of just wandering around at this point looking for things. Who is this? Hi. You are... Lucy? Ah, yes, Eloise's daughter. May I ask you a few questions? Questions? You kids should just be playing and fooling around. Leave questions to adults, dear. Do you know what monsters really look like? Have you ever seen one? What? Young lady, we don't talk about such things. But I want to know more. And the monsters have kidnapped my mom, and... of course, I understand the problem, but... This is no good, child. You can't just go around bothering everyone with questions. You're not the only one who lost something, dear. Has it happened to you too? See, this is precisely the sort of questions you shouldn't be asking. Sorry? Remember this, kid. Rules protect us. Those who don't respect them find themselves gone. For good. You will accept this with time. If someone disappears, it's always their fault. That's not true. Mom's never done anything wrong. Foolish girl. Don't raise your voice. I'm just wasting my time with you. Well, you're kind of rude. I know the forest is dangerous. I'll never go there, but I was wondering, what does it look like? Gosh, is this what kids nowadays think about? I was just thinking that maybe if I knew better, I'd be safer. Little girl, you shouldn't be interested in such things. Just follow the rules and you'll be fine. I've been living here my whole life. Things have always been like this. There is nothing else you need to know. Alright, well, you were useless. Let's sing to you. Except for they actually weren't useless. They did give me a clue. They're having a party. Oh, as they age, their friends disappear until it's just them. The soothing sound of running water. This river was already here when I was a kid. I'm happy that despite all these years, the town is still here, as it once was. People, though. People are not here anymore. What do you mean? I've seen many faces on and off these walls through the years. Oh. Why do we hang up posters of missing people if nobody goes to look? No. The posters are there just to let us know who disappeared, not to help us find them. But has anyone ever tried? Only fools try. They always find the end they deserve, monsters waiting for them, and no way to come back home. Got some more clues, at least. At minimum. She also mentioned that the river's been there for a while. Maybe I should try to sing to the river? Why is no one looking for the missing people? The old lady by the river says the posters are there to tell us who's gone and not to look for them. The old lady by the river says it's all their fault. That's an interesting sentence when it's just used like that. Can I try singing to the river? No. Oh, Olivia's house, because Olivia's not home. Maybe we can do some snooping, because she seemed super sketch. And you remember how she didn't want me inside her house? At the very beginning? Sketchy, sketchy. A wall so high that you can't see the garden at all. I know that Olivia cares a lot about her plants. I wonder what her garden looks like now. Let's go find out. It's locked. Olivia must still be at my house. Anything to sing to? No. What about the baker? And the baker's home. I know the baker's not there anymore, but maybe Silver's here? Interesting. Stop right there. Still on guard, Silver? Of course I'm the best. Did you get kicked out of their games again? Yeah. I'm the best at that too. Anyway, I have to stay here, so you can't pass. Okay. If I were a goat, I could hoard all this straw. But I am no goat, so I'll stay here. You still thinking about candy, buddy? What are you thinking about today? Oh, you miss your friend? Is that the baker's son? Because it looked like he was making bread. Oh, this is gonna be a difficult one. There's 3 options. Jeez. That's an aggressive one. That one was really locked up tight there. Yeah, he's remembering the bakery and making bread. Probably misses his friend Luca. Because Luca seemed to be his buddy, and now all the other people are just kind of mean to him. Oh, that was his uncle, wasn't it? No. It wasn't his uncle. Did he work for the baker? Stupid Black. Why does he have to be so bossy? What are you talking about? He wanted to punish me because I let you bribe me with candy. He took a precious gift from me and he hid it. Oh, I can see him doing that. I can't even leave to go look for it. It's not fair. What if I found it for you? Then would you let me pass? I don't know. You know what? Black doesn't deserve my loyalty. If you find my gift, you can pass through whenever you want. Deal. Yeah, Black doesn't deserve it. But yet you're still giving it to him. Okay, so we need to find his gift. And I'm guessing it's not gonna be in the bakery shop because the bakery shop looks to be unattainable. The woodworker's still missing. This part is still gone. I do have a rake. Maybe I can go now with the rake to the farmer? And potentially assist? I don't actually know what I would do. It echoes. Maybe that's where Mom is, in that hole. Also, this kind of looks like the paddle, but I know it's just the side of the well. Okay, let's go to the farmer's area. I don't think I do anything here with this. I never actually looked at this. A home for domestic honeybees. They sting just like the wild ones. One of Red's courage tests was to stick their hand in the hole. I've never done it, obviously. Search it. Do it. Do it. Let the intrusive thoughts win. Huh. It's empty. There aren't any bees. I found a key though. Oh, that goes to the thingy. Okay, that's at least we're making progress now. Also, I think red and blue are the farmer's kids, I believe. I think that's what I just learned. Lock toolbox. Well, I have a key. Let's see. Pile of rusty scrap. A hook. That's good. Because he likes to fish, remember? A hammer. And a pile of rusty scrap. Yep, that's it. Can I combine some things? I was hoping maybe I could pull the nails out if I combined the hammer and the hook. But I guess not. Oh, let's go look for this paddle while we're here. It might be in the back. Now that I know I'm looking for something. The old woman left. Interesting. Is the old woman... Is she the monster? Because I don't think I've ever seen... I don't believe, I mean, I could be wrong here, but I don't think I've ever actually seen her interact with other people. My little brain wheel is saying that maybe I can take that wheelbarrow from behind the barn and fill it with the straw from next to the baker's area. And potentially that together could be where his paddle's hidden, like maybe it's just hidden right beside him. But I don't know if I can actually move this wheelbarrow. It's a common cart. It doesn't look like I can. Oh, I have a rake. I'm stupid. I could rake it. I cannot rake it. Dang. I actually thought I could rake it. My brain didn't realize that I could just scoot right past the dog. This is a workbench. Can I go in here? It's the woodworker shed. There's no woodworker to be seen though. The woodworker is crafting a new instrument. I wonder what it sounds like. That is a big sound. Well, not what I expected. Mom's lair is better. Who would even want something like this? I know an entire marching band that would. Oh, we got a sticker nonetheless. It's not the progress I was hoping for. This is where the woodworker works. Say that 5 times fast. This is where the woodworker works. Better not touch anything. The woodworker seems to have taken his tools with him today. Wonder if the rope is tied here. Is the first time I've seen Cole tied up. He keeps his logs here. Why is Cole tied up? Maybe I can cut open his rope? I don't know if I can. Okay, well, it was worth a shot. I think I need to get his hat off of him so that I can get the sun to beam down on his head so he'll leave, so I can use this pipe for whatever I need to use this pipe for. The hard part is trying to figure out what in the world I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I just genuinely have no idea. Oh, I can look up at the window. Sunny's mom is always busy. She must be baking hundreds of cookies. Mom used to buy them from her. I need some sort of stool. Or just to sing to it, apparently. That was a misclick, too. Oh, that's a lot of pieces. Let's see here. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did that. You watched me struggle for, I shit you not, an hour. I worked on that puzzle for 1 hour. And this child sat in a knapsack and watched me? Okay, buddy. Oh, it's just you, Lucy. What are you doing here? You weren't playing hide and seek. Now they'll find me. The others aren't playing anymore. They're by the bench doing other stuff. Ah. They didn't tell me. Well, do you want to play with me, Lucy? Not really. Would you like to chat for a bit? Sure. And then Olivia started telling me all these strange things about monsters. I got scared and left. Adults always do that. I'm trying to find out what I can. I was told that my uncle was taken away by monsters because he talked too loud. He always made me laugh. I enjoyed staying with him. I want to find out what happens to people who disappear. Can I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. Do you know how he disappeared? He was playing hide and seek with me, my favorite game. It was his turn to hide, but I couldn't really find him that time. I asked the adults to help, but they didn't find him either. They said that maybe he hid in the forest and got himself lost. Did you ever go looking? Are you crazy? Don't you know it's forbidden? The monsters would take me away too. See you later. Sure, bye. I now just have talked to somebody, but I got a clue. What are the clues? The crazy old lady, no. That didn't actually give me a clue, did it? That didn't give me any clues. So I did this for an hour, found Blue, tried to talk to him, I didn't get any clues. But I won't fall into its trap. I know it's scratchy. Can I rake it? No. Interesting. Oh well. Just leave. Wow, this game's weirdly difficult. Like, this is a hard game, and it's probably mostly because I don't understand that one puzzle I kept trying to do. I don't know. Now I gotta go wander around for a little bit longer to look for whatever my next clue is. I'll see y'all when I find it. Oh my goodness. It's this thing again. The bane of my existence. The puzzle I do not understand, and I'm still at the point where I'm just like, I'm just at the point where I'm just putting things in random places until it fits. I don't understand this puzzle to begin with. I understand the concept of the puzzle, but I don't think I understand the mechanic of how it works. So like this one is facing, so I need this one to turn. So I could just go ahead and turn it. But if I go ahead and turn it, then when I turn the next one, it won't work. So if we think about it, what path are we trying to take? If we turn this one once, or we turn this one to go up, then we can maybe follow that up all the way. So let's do that. So this is what, 3 away? So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now we put it in there. Yes. Okay, maybe I do understand this now. And then It will always be that. Okay. So this one I want to exist there, so I don't want to move anything yet. This one I want to be maybe 1, 2, 3? Wait, no, because I can't go straight up. I'll have to go at an angle again, so it's gonna have to go from here, which means this one does have to move, right? This is a very confusing puzzle. This puzzle is very hard. Like, I don't know the logic and my brain isn't working for it. I don't know. It only can go up. There's no other way it can connect. I don't think. So I guess I have to keep going to the right in reality. No, I can't do that either. Let's take that away. We must be going up then. Yeah. No, it can't go up. I'm stupid. Jeez, these puzzles are so hard. Okay, so we did it in the middle because then it can come up to this and it connects over here. Now, can I move? Can I move this? Oh, okay, sure. Whatever. I didn't even see the solution again. I once again was like, maybe if I move this one, and it's like, you did it. Congratulations. Why did he tie the dog up? And he also forgot his hat. Does he need his hat for something specific? Are hats protection pieces? He wants to follow his owner. I can't. It's tied too tight. How can I untie it? Well, I have a plethora of options. Could a hook untie it? No, it cannot. Could a hammer untie it? No, it could not. Alright, my plethora of options seem to be no longer useful. I can't untie this with my bare hands. What could I untie it with? Oh my god. I feel like a big dum-dum in this episode. I feel like I'm pretty secure on every area I've been to has been basically explored to like the max. Except for the farmer area because I literally cannot pass that man over there. And then potentially Olivia's? So let's go to Olivia's? Because I run into the issue of I can't get inside. Can I just break open? I am so confused. Tell me why. Ain't nothing I can find. Tell me why. This straw is looking sublime. Tell me why. Break the straw. Don't break the straw. Who would do that? What a loser. Wait. What? Sir. Sir, the scarecrow you have is holding a prized item. I see it, you see it, let me have it. Why can I not have this? What? I want the paddle for silver. How do I get it? I googled. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It's 3 a.m. I've been filming for 3 hours. I googled it. I'll never lie to you. That's the one thing that y'all would know though, is oh my god, don't go chasing the bunnies like that. If I ever have to Google an answer, I will tell you. I don't want people to think I like figured this out on my own. Like I would have never in a million years beat a rabbit cage with a hammer. Not a once in my life. Those rabbits needed some air. Yeah, that's not why I was doing that. I was just trying to get through to here because I saw that paddle and I still can't get it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness gracious. That's so unfortunate. Mmm, cherries. Did I just take a cherry? They're too high up. Some chickens. Can I go inside? If I'm not mistaken, Dad works here. He learned a lot of his skills here. Tom is really obnoxious with us kids, but I think he gets along with Dad. Better not to draw his attention. He told me to stay inside. Okay, I just need that paddle, and I do not know how to get it. There's no getting this paddle? Huh. You have to go this weird path, apparently. It's like a sneaky secret path. It's a scarecrow. It scares birds with. A passion for cooking. It's holding a peel for some reason. I didn't know that was called a peel. I've been running around looking for that for the longest time, and when I came in here and saw it, I was like, the progress I need to continue the game. But then I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to get the progress. That was wild. That's all I have to say. It was wild. It was a wild sequence of event. I have so many items. Zero clue what I'm supposed to do with any of them. Look, this is your gift, right? Yes, Lucy, that's it. Thank you. Remember your promise. Of course, you can pass now. All right, cool. Another wheelbarrow. It's old and hasn't been used. What are these guys doing? Come on, I'm counting on you, hedgehog. Hi, Black. Hi, Lucy. Check out the speedy hedgehog I found. It's definitely gonna win. Of course. Listen, I wanted to ask you about the forest. I like watching the forest from that little wall. It doesn't seem so threatening there. Well, obviously, it's noon. You should see it at night. Even the adults tremble when it's dark out. Any idea why no one goes near it? What are you, stupid? I told you it's only a problem at night. During the day, adults go there. Otherwise, how would we have wood for the fireplace? I didn't mean by day, and you don't have to call me names over it. Oh no, the hedgehog's losing ground. Come on, don't give up. The monsters. Have you seen monsters? Oh yeah, of course, Lucy. I see one night all the time passing under my window. Seriously? Tell me more. No way. Who's to say you won't just go tell everyone? Oh, I thought he was being sarcastic. I read that like he was being sarcastic. I won't do that. Maybe. I could tell you a secret, but only if you play with us first. Alright, but only for a little bit, okay? No, you have to win. But you won't be able to because you're just a little girl. So bossy. So how does it work? It's a race with the animals we caught. How's it going? Red has a frog, but I found a super hedgehog. Raven thinks I'm too stupid to win the game, but she'll see. Maybe I think so too. A hedgehog? You will all see. I'll let you play. Cool, thanks. Come on, Killer Quill, make him eat dust. What a tragic name. I would have called him Richard. So I don't play with you, and I don't have anything else to ask you, so it's just those two things. Okay, and then what about you, buddy? Hey, what's up? I'm getting my revenge on Black. He thinks he can beat me in animal races. This frog is unbeatable. It definitely has magical powers. Magical? Of course. Can I ask you some questions? Shoot. Why are all the boys in this game named after colors? You often talk about how good you are at discovering other people's secrets. Could you tell me something about the forest? I won't tell you anything. What? Why? Look, I know you think I make up all my stories. Since you're already such a know-it-all, I won't tell you anything. Ah, is that it? Then I'll tell everyone you like Sunny. I'm not the one who likes Little Miss Perfect. Hey! If you want to learn anything from me, just beat me in the animal race instead of making stuff up. So if I win, you'll talk to me. Yes, but don't worry, you won't. You've built a nice track here. Black just has a sleepy dormouse, so he's gonna lose for sure. What powers does your frog have? It jumps. Oh. That story about the monsters you told us at the party, you made that up, right? You should learn to spy more on the adults when they're talking. They say a lot of interesting things when kids aren't supposed to be listening. Who can say if I made it up? You're asking a lot of suspicious questions lately. What are you up to? Nothing. What are you talking about? What a shame. It would have been more fun. I have to go. I won't distract you anymore. No worries. I could beat Black with my eyes closed. Alright, so I'm going to try to sing to everybody. I'm thinking I need to catch an animal to get involved in the racing. Oh, yep. He is King Racer. What about him? He is also King Racer, apparently. They're both so good at their jobs. Let's talk to Raven. Hi, Raven. What are you doing? Red found a new pet to use in his races against Black. Another one? I already know who's gonna win, though. Black's animals are always slow. Fast ones are too smart for him. I want to talk with you about something. I'm trying to find out more about the people who disappeared. Do you know anything? Not really. My family takes this all so seriously. No one's ever disappeared. People like that, they don't get lost in the forest. Don't you ever worry something could happen to them anyways? Even if it did, it wouldn't matter to me. They're just living in fear every day. I can't stand them. They keep talking about this aunt or that neighbor who disappeared. They're so sure that one day it'll happen to us too. One day I'm going to the forest on my own. I want to see if monsters really exist. You don't mean that, do you? Hey, Black. Have you ever been to the forest? Find any monsters there? What are you saying, Raven? I've never set foot in it. Do you think I'm crazy? You're useless. Like always. What did I do now? I'm sorry, Lucy, but I can't really help you. I understand. Have you ever seen a monster? Well... What? I hear their voices. You mean the roars? No, not only those. You mean they're singing? You can hear it too. Yeah, it sounds like voices. I've heard it ever since the evening my mother disappeared. It's terrifying and sad. I thought I was the only one. Any idea why you can hear it? I don't know, but it scares me. It almost seems to call to me. I've never told anyone. I was afraid of that. Yeah, I don't think the others hear it. I haven't told Dad either. If I told my parents, they'd lose it. They're obsessed with the monsters. Listen, would you like to talk about something else? Yeah, sure. So more clues are updated. That's good. And did I do singing on you? So these are the monster voices? It's a track that others are using to make animals race against each other. They put a lot of work into this. I wonder where they stole the materials to make it. Oh, challenge them. But how would I challenge them? What will I use? Help the frog win the race. Press A to make it jump. The bar is full. Okay. I got this. Easy peasy, let's go. I didn't read the instructions well enough, I don't think. Oh, I suck. Oh! What? Oh! Oh, sad. Let's go, buddy. Keep your jumps up. I don't want to mess up. Oh no, I messed up! Are you kidding me? There we go. Yay, we did it. On to the next one. Tell me everything you know. You cheated. Do you want to cry in front of Red? Huh? So you said you saw a monster. What's it like? It's scary. At night when someone disappears, I hear it gnawing on the bones of its victims. It has a huge spider head, flaming eyes, and long slimy tentacles. You'd scream if you saw it. Black, did you challenge me to a game just to tell me this? You're a liar. You just want to copy Red and his scary stories. Don't you dare call me a liar. Stop telling made-up stories then. I won your challenge and now you're going to tell me a secret, a real one, or I'll tell everyone what a liar you are. You're the worst, okay? You know Blue? What about him? I know his secret. He was Luca's only friend. You know the baker's son who disappeared? Really? I had no idea. Never mentioned it. I just saw them together by chance on this very street. Luca was a strange kid. Being his friend meant getting looked down on by everyone. But Blue is too dumb to care about stuff like that. Luca, he was always so shy. He wasn't part of our group, but I remember, well, when he disappeared. Well, Luca's poster was only hung up a few days after his disappearance. But strangely, Blue had already stopped coming to look for him here. What's strange about it? I think Blue knew about Luca's disappearance before the adults. Maybe he discovered something mysterious. I don't know, but I think I'll ask him. Thanks, Black. Okay, so there's a clue. That's a lead. Now can I challenge Red and see what he has to say? To help the hedgehog win. A as fast as you can to make the hedgehog go faster. I'll pitter-patter his little toes. I'll do it. You don't even know who I am. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Oh my god. My thumb actually hurts now. If I don't win try one, I'm screwed. I don't know if my thumb can take doing this again. There's a lot of spamming, eh? Oh my god. I almost pulled a thumb muscle. I won. True. Not bad for a girl. What can you tell me about the monsters? Not the same old stories about the Briars and disappearances. We all know that. Do we? Do you believe that? You've been deceived. That's just a fairy tale the adults tell us. They're using the monsters to get rid of people they don't like. When they're fed up with you, they get you out of your home, and the monsters take care of the rest. What? What are you talking about? The adults. They hate us and they want to keep us on a leash. I don't believe you. Do you have any evidence? I just know it. That's enough for me. If you want to live your fairy tale of good parents who love children, have fun. I know what game they're playing, and they won't fool me anymore. But know this, the day they decide to get rid of me, they will not find me. I'll live hidden away in the alleys, and they'll never take me. I don't know how much I can trust Red's story. Also, like, Red, this is a really small town. They're gonna find you. So we are, if we look at our notes, everyone describes them differently, but none of the descriptions resemble what I saw. That's what monsters are like. What are the voices in the forest? Raven can hear the song in the forest too. And then we need to go talk to Blue again. Here comes the monster. I wonder if he's playing alone with a rock and a pencil. I wonder if he's reenacting what he already did. Like maybe he witnessed it and he's reenacting it. Did you ever talk to Luca? Yeah, sometimes. Were you friends? Well, yeah, maybe. He was to me at least. He liked being alone. I think he was also older than us. I admired him. He taught me lots of things about hide and seek, and camping too. I know he wasn't comfortable with the others, but with me it was different. Of course, he still treated me like a kid, but I think he trusted me. But I admit that I never got him completely. He often spoke about things I didn't understand. I'm sorry. I should have talked with you as soon as he disappeared. You couldn't have known. No one knew, and I didn't talk much about it. Because I think it might be my fault. How so? Did you do something wrong? No, I didn't do anything. One day he was here and the next he was gone. I just know that people around me kept disappearing one after the other. So maybe I'm the problem? I'm so afraid I'll be alone. It's not like that, I'm sure. In any case, I won't disappear. Thanks, Lucy. Did you ever find out how it happened? In the last few days, he was saying some strange things, stranger than normal, and I didn't see him around as much. One day I went looking for him at our usual place. He wasn't there. All of his things were gone. It was weird. I looked for him for quite a while, but I didn't find him anywhere. A few days later, his poster was hanging up. He said he disappeared. I'd already guessed it by then. Remember anything unusual before that happened? Well, just the things he talked about. He told me about the roars from the forest and how if you listen carefully, you can hear something more in them, like a song. I thought a lot about his words, and you know, I have a theory. I think the forest deceives you. First you hear his voice, and then you disappear. Like a Pied Piper, if you will. Sure. Okay. Sounds like a Pied Piper. If that's theories at all correct. What items do I still have? I can't be done. The chapter would have ended. Do I have more clues to get? Maybe in the top left, because that's a really big area. And maybe in the top right. Because those are big areas where there's like little gaps. More clues. Red says that the adults use monsters to get rid of us. What are the voices in the forest? Did Luca hear the voices? Blue says that if you do, you disappear. Oh, I never asked Silver questions. Interesting. Why don't you stand up for yourself? They always put you on the guard duty. Why don't you ever stand up? But I do. How exactly? By training to be a statue? Don't make fun of me. The fact is that when I get excited, I can't stop talking. Eventually, Black gets annoyed with me and sends me off to be the guard. Black is not a patient guy. Maybe I just talk too much. Lucy, I have to tell you something. I thought about bringing you a gift to cheer you up after the thing with your mother, but I was told not to. Why? Because it's wrong to give gifts for that. At least that's what I was told. We all know that people who disappear were asking for it after all. First of all, who? And then second of all, she did not ask for it. Oh, and third of all, I would like to add Black sucks. Like, the character is horrible. Oh, I just thought I was going to say it. I didn't think I was going to kick him. Take back what you said. I didn't say it, but you're the idiot who believed it. You hurt me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Actually, I do want to talk to you. And he's just like, yeah, sure. What do you know about the monsters? I know what the others say, that they kidnap people, that you can't break the rules or go out at night. Yes, we all know that, but I want to know more. Red is the one who claims to know about all the forbiddens. The monster, the forest, the basements. Even what the farmer really hides in that chicken coop. Half of what Red says is nonsense, you know that, right? No, I mean, yes. But the other half is convincing. Okay, I'll ask him. Okay, I think I lost the opportunity to ask who said that, and that's probably going to be real big later on. Do I need to talk to you anymore? I'm curious about this chicken coop thing. Let's go check out that chicken coop. Yeah, there it is. What do you hide in here? It's always empty during the day. Maybe I can use the rake on it and reach through the back? No? Huh. Never mind then. So the only items I haven't used yet is the doll, the cookies, the rake, and the hook. And the only place I haven't really gotten good answers is Olivia's. So is there a way to break into Olivia's with maybe using the rake or something? And also, for the farmer... Oh no, this is the chicken coop, isn't it? Oh, there's an axe over there. Can I get that axe for cutting the dog's leash? And I can't reach that because they're too high up. But a rake I could use. Why do we not use the rake? Could the rake not knock it down? Would it mess the cherries up? What is the theory with the rake? Oh my god. Oh, no, go back, you weirdo. Did you see the hand icon on that? Oh my god. Have you ever been so close to something so many times? I bet I could use this crate to get over that wall for Olivia. I have so many items. And none of it gets used. It is the most wild thing. This episode has been a riot and a half. Like right now, I think I'm at like the 4-hour recording mark. So it doesn't work on the wall. But it might work on the tree? Potentially, since I couldn't use a rake earlier. It does. It'll work if it has like little gear icons. That's the only way it'll work. I got a branch full of cherries? What in the world am I gonna do with a full branch of cherries? But I've got lots of cherries now. Can I give it to you guys? Would you guys want a branch full of cherries? You would not. I don't know. I don't know. This is a wild episode. This is what I was saying. This episode's been absolutely crazy. Because so many things have happened and yet nothing's happened. Why do you have new dialogue? You didn't have dialogue in the past, Ted, did you? The old man down there seems like he's mad at you for something. That man over there keeps staring at me. I think maybe he hates me. I don't know why though. He seems important and it's making me nervous. If you want, I could try talking to him. Are you sure he won't get angrier? Don't worry, I'll be nice. Shears. Oh, she has shears in her hand. Oh, I could use that for the dog collar. Not collar. Leash, couldn't I? Because it's rope. Listen, can I borrow those? Are pruning shears? I don't know. I'll give them back in the blink of an eye. If Mom found out I loaned her tools to one of my friends, she'd go ballistic. I don't want to be in trouble again. Are you talking about the time you lent me your mom's pots and pans for a basket of cherries? That and other times too. Your ideas always end with me spending an afternoon getting scolded. But you like cherries. I love cherries, but I'm not kidding, Lucy. Mom's always keeping an eye on me. I don't want any trouble. Okay, okay. Not even for a second then? Not with Mom at the window looking at me, absolutely not. Okay, sorry. Why does she mention cherries? I have cherries in my inventory. I tried giving her these cherries. I had to talk to her first. Sonny? And where did you get this? If that comes from the farmer's field, I would love to see his face when he notices it's missing. I couldn't really see his face, to be honest, but he was busy chasing his rabbits. I can't believe you did that. I love her victory pose. It's one of my favorite things. Sonny, what's going on? For heaven's sake, keep your voice down. Mom. Hi, Lucy. I see you're here too. Hi. Please behave. I don't want anything to happen to you. We will. We're sorry. That could have been worse. Now what should I do with these, Lucy? Eat them. And in return, you want the pruning shears. Well, you'll need free hands to eat those cherries. You're impossible. And fine, you can borrow them, but first, there's just one problem. If Mom sees me slacking off, she'll start to ask questions. We need to make it look like I'm still working. I can't move from here. I'll think of something. What do you mean I'll think? The doll. No, not the doll. The rake. The rake, apparently. Sonny, I have an idea. Use this rake to rake up leaves on the ground. I'm sure your mother won't have anything against that. Sounds great. Fine, Lucy. Here are the shears. Bring them back as soon as you're done. Of course. But if she's using the rake, she won't be able to eat the cherries. Which was the whole idea of her giving me the shears, was so that she would have hands free to eat cherries, but now she's just raking instead. Also, I do feel like I'm just rubbing my face on this level. I felt really stupid this level. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry if that is. I'm sorry if it's been not entertaining. I just don't like. Some of these clues are just, they're making no sense. I'm trying to cut the thingy. I know. I have to use it on the dog, not the rope. Oh, because we're cutting it next to his head. Go now. You're free. Dude, he's gonna be pissed when he comes back and his dog's been cut loose. Where are you headed now? Oh, can I get the rope? Nice. Another item I'll have no idea what to use with. I still have zero idea what I'm supposed to do with that, man. I don't even know how long this chapter is. My little brain was like, I'm gonna do chapter 3. And then I just kept going. Where's he at? Hey, what are you doing here? Forest is dangerous. Come on, let's go back. Wait. Oh. 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 Where are you? As I gaze towards the forest, I always feel something weird and it creeps me out. There's something stuck on the gate. It's Cole's fur. Guess he went in the forest. Will he be okay? Just 3 dots. I can't actually leave to go out there. Interesting. Should I give the shears back? Here. I need inventory space. Please take these back. Here's your shears. Thanks, Lucy. I was starting to worry. And I guess now you have that cherry tree and the other thing. There's no one here who knows how to treat flowers right. They have no passion for it. Is that why you're pissed? Also, I love how like I just randomly came over to speak to you one more time and now you give me dialogue. Like, what would be the secret? What would be the clue I'm missing for that? Well, these flower bed looks beautiful. Perhaps they only need water. Water. There are dry leaves everywhere. Old branches that need to be cleaned up, and the ground is too hard. It's not a flower bed, it's a forest. Oh, so you're a gardener? Gardener? Who, me? You young brats don't know anything. Well? If I may, I'd like to ask some questions about the town. What can you tell me about the forest? Haven't they taught you anything? No, I mean, have you ever gone there? To do what? Talk with monsters? You couldn't have asked a more stupid question. Do you have any idea what monsters look like? They definitely resemble brats like you. Leave me alone. Well, he is unlocked now. Also, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I really don't have to go. Now that he's unlocked, maybe there really is nothing in going to Olivia's house. Maybe it just exists because it exists in the town. And I'm just too obsessed with like getting over the wall. Also, somebody was showing him flowers in that flashback. Oh, this looks like it might be an easy one. Ooh, flower. So he's looking at flowers. He's been given a flower. Once this place was full of hibiscus flowers. What do they look like? You can't see them around here because nobody keeps them anymore. It's a beautiful blue cobalt flower with wide petals. I think I've seen that before. There's nothing else. Wait, I think I've seen that before. Where exactly? The gardener, maybe? I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna guess Olivia. Oh yeah, it's right there. Look at it. Okay. Can I get in here? I remember seeing a blue flower in Olivia's garden. Could that be what the old man was talking about? The rope. That's the new one. Does the rope not do anything? Can I combine the rope with the hook and make a grappling hook by chance? What? Why am I trying to combine the doll? Oh, I can. Literally a grappling hook. Okay. Adventure time. It's adorable. That was an adorable little throw. That wasn't so hard. This door's covered in locks. Olivia must be really scared of monsters. Unless she's the monster. Have we stopped to think about that for a second, maybe? Olivia cares a lot about her flowers. This one is particularly lovely. Snatch. Just straight up thefted it. No worries. Better not tell her I took one. There's only one. She's gonna figure it out. She's gonna know. How would they know? I better get out of here. Okay, let's go. So now I take the hibiscus flower back. I should hide the evidence. Where did I hide it at? In the river? Is that the river? Good, now my crime will go unnoticed. Let's hope it was worth it. Unless you witnessed it. Did you witness it? You might have. Okay. Take the hibiscus flower to the weird old man. Give him the flower, right? Is this a hibiscus? Where did you find that? Let me see. It really is a hibiscus. Did you know that with the right care, the cut flowers can live for up to a month? Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it live that long. She would have known how. She who? Talk to me. I'd like to ask you some questions. She who? Who were you talking about earlier? He's no longer listening. Do I need to do the thing again? Do you need more music? Or do I need to do the other one on the flower? I think I need to do the other one because this is the same story, I believe. Must go on the flower. Yep. Which means I get to do my least favorite puzzle in this entire game. Although this one seems not too bad. I think it was just that double one that really got me. I think this is gonna go back. Wow, that was the easiest one I've done yet. I think I'm getting better at those. I think that one just really screwed me up. And besides that, I think I'm getting better at these in general. This is Mom. Right? Now I remember. Can you tell me? Who taught you all these things about flowers? My sister said that secret is the amount of water. They don't need a lot, otherwise they'll rot. She had a real passion for these flowers. And it wasn't just that, she took care of us all, as if we were the flowers of her favorite garden. But then she left us only weeds. She disappeared into the forest. She was so responsible, yet she lost her way so easily. She abandoned us. I haven't forgiven her. How did it happen? Those cursed monsters. Didn't you try to save her? Little girl, monsters exist and cannot be defeated. They will always be out there in the forest. This is why we have rules, to stick together. Do not forget that. This, I don't have a place to keep it. Maybe I should throw it away. No, I'll take it. Yes, whatever. Seems like I have a lot of evidence now. It's getting dark. I should go home. Okay, so that must be everything. And what was the little bit of evidence he gave me? Literally nothing. I got zero evidence from that. It said clue updated and nothing changed. And you were always just a ruse, huh? You didn't matter. Maybe tomorrow I'll have the water fixed and it's like the whole thing. I don't know. Where's Olivia? Great, Dad isn't back yet. Where's creepy Olivia? I learned a lot today. So let's see. The forest deceives you. Who knows what that means? And there's those voices. Maybe the monsters trick people and somehow drag them into the forest. Maybe it happened to Mom too. If that's true, then we need to save her. Everyone told me we shouldn't look for those who disappear, but we should try. I'm sure of it. I need a backpack, some rations, and... If I told Dad, would he come with me? Dad, hi. Lucy, so you're home now. I was out looking for you. Tom saw you poking around in his field. Didn't you read the note? Why'd you leave the house? No, it's not like that. I was at home and then Olivia came and she said it was important, so I went looking for you. But you were busy, and when I came back home, Olivia was already gone. Are you sure? Absolutely, yeah. Okay, I'll have to see her later. Hey, wanna know what happened today? I discovered how Mom's song continues. Don't. No, stop. What? But it's Mom's song. Lucy, I'm not in the mood. Oh. Tell me, where did you learn this? From this weird old lady. She says she taught Mom all the songs. You talked with that crazy old woman? Lucy, you must never listen to what she says. Stay away from her. But she seems to know things about the forest. Maybe she could help. Enough. You will not talk to her, and that's final. No. Huh? I always have to listen, but there's never a reason. Lucy? None of you adults tell us anything. You only talk about what to do, what not to do, but then people disappear and you just stand there and you do nothing. And Mom disappeared and no one's looking. She's waiting for us and she needs help. I don't know where Mom is. Lucy. Lucy, listen. I know you want answers. Let me tell you a story. It's important, so listen carefully. Here, sit for a while. It's a story that takes place when I was around your age. You see, your mom and I and another girl were great friends. That girl was my sister. We also thought that what the adults were doing wasn't quite right, so I know how you're feeling. One day when another kid disappeared, we decided to go looking for him. We were sure it was the right thing to do. But we were wrong. That day, my sister never came back. Believe me when I say that I know how you're feeling right now, Lucy. But Mom and I learned the hard way that the rules in this town are the only way to stick together. There is no way to find those who are gone. Monsters exist, but as long as we behave, they won't be able to take us. Do you understand? Will you promise that you won't go after her, Lucy? I don't think I can make that promise. Like, she keeps making all these promises about not disappearing, but I think to progress in the game, we're gonna have to disappear. Is it true that the forest was different once? Is this another tale from that crazy old lady? Her words are just fantasies. But we have to stay together and face the truth. No more songs and no more research. It's for your own good. Will you let me protect you? I don't think I told him about the research. I miss her. I miss her too. I'm sorry, did I just rip up the songs? So I now no longer have those songs. Which in one regard is good because I now no longer have that puzzle. That's like that Twilight scene. That's the Bella Swan in the book, in the Twilight book, the whole like November, December, like the month for each page. That's what that is. But hey, stop gasping. No more gasping. I will not run away. I will talk to the YouTubes. We're gonna be doing chapter 4 next episode. Hopefully it's not as long as this one is. I want to do one chapter a day, but also I think I was just stupid this episode because right now, looking at my recording time, I'm at 4 hours and 59 minutes. So 5 hours. And I think an hour of it I was doing a puzzle. I think a lot of the time I was just running around rubbing my face on things. I didn't use my time efficiently or smartly. So I hope that this episode isn't too boring because of it. I will see you all next episode, which will be not tomorrow, but the day after. And we will do our best to continue this process and hopefully be a little bit smarter with it. Also, I really enjoyed talking to everybody while this person's heavy breathing in my ears. Besides that, I'll see you all next time. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to join the channel, feel free to subscribe. Peace.